The Civil Rights Act of 1964 did not just simply happen. It took a monopoly effect of events to motivate President John F. Kennedy to propose such a bill. Before he became president, the civil rights movement was ongoing. A major turning point occurred in 1954 with Brown versus Board of Education. This was when the Supreme Court ruled that separate but equal was seen as unconstitutional. Another major turning point was the arrest of Rosa Parks, followed by the Montgomery bus boycott. When President Kennedy entered the White House in 1961, he initially delayed supporting the anti discrimination measures. But with the constant protests in the South, and one in particular in Birmingham, Alabama, where police brutally suppressed nonviolent demonstrators with dogs, clubs, and high powered fire hoses, he decided to act. So in June of 1963, he proposed by far the most comprehensive civil rights legislation to date, saying that the United States would not fully be free until all of its citizens are free. However, he did not see this bill come to pass. He was assassinated that November. But fear not, because the new president, Lyndon B. Johnson, immediately took up the cause. He was quoted to say, "Let this session of Congress be known as a session in which more for civil rights was done than the last 100 sessions combined." He said this in his first State of the Union address. The Senate voted 73 to 27 in favor of the bill, and Johnson signed it into law July 2nd of 1964. Now, under the Civil Rights Act, segregation on the grounds of race, religion, or national origin was banned in all places of public accommodations, including courthouses, parks, restaurants, theaters, sporting arenas, and hotels. No longer could blacks or other minorities be denied service simply based on the color of their skin. The acts also barred race, religion, national origin, and gender discrimination by employers and labor unions, and created an Equal Employment Opportunity Commission with the power to file a lawsuit on behalf of aggravated workers. Additionally, the act forbade the use of federal funds for any discriminatory program authorized by the Office of Education, now called the Department of Education, to assist with school discrimination. It gave an extra clout to the Commission on Civil Rights and prohibited the unequal application of voting requirements. The famed civil rights leader Martin Luther King said it was nothing less than a second emancipation. But President Johnson didn't stop there. He later passed the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965, also called ESEA. Now, this was also originally part of his War on Poverty campaign. The original goal of the law, which remains today, was to improve the education quality for students in low-income families by providing federal funds to school districts serving poor students. ESEA is the single largest source of federal spending on elementary and secondary education. In return to these tax dollars, states and districts must now show that they are working to meet the needs and provide a quality education for all of their students. But wait, there's more. So in 2001, President George Bush filed the No Child Left Behind Act. But ironically, that is the ESEA Act. So it just got changed. Before the federal government started to require the states to test every student almost every year as a condition of receiving ESEA money, there was not enough data to show how specific groups of students were performing. States were able to just look at the average score and assume everything was okay. But with the result of the No Child Left Behind Act, that all changed. Now they have to do annual testing, and it takes a deeper look at how these student groups are really performing. Something else that the No Child Left Behind Act requires is that there be school improvement. If a school fails to meet progress against the state set goals over a number of years overall and for each subgroup of students, the law requires that the state implement escalated interventions in these schools. So, under this act, including offering school choice options, they offer school reconstruction. The act also requires the states to provide high quality teachers to all students. Each state sets its own standards for which counts as high quality, though these standards do not have to be taken into account of student academic performance or outcome. So, do you think it's working or not working?